Our next speaker is Nadia Hassan. She is of the Young Leaders Institute.
Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon all of you. When we learned of the outcome of the election last year, there was a sweeping fear among children that sparked national attention as the school kids expressed their fear of wanting to go to school under the new administration. Never before have I seen such a national outcry from the most vulnerable members of our country, our children. This brought me to tears, and I felt helpless, and I had no idea how I can help our youngsters. And so at that moment, I heard the echoes of my late father, whose voice rang in my ears, and as he said, "Helpless? Nonsense. That's rubbish. No such thing." And so, that had he been alive, that would have prompted a 3-day lecture. And he would have told me how, as a child, he had to walk to school in the snow, uphill both ways, with holes in his shoes. And then he would have told me about how he had to leave his family at such a young age to join the United States Marines and to serve our country proudly, and how the Army made a man out of him. So in my household, there was no room for helpless. And at that time, I knew that things were about to get ugly and that nothing was going to change without a fight. And so I turned to the only inspiration that I knew, and that was the Holy Quran, the Word of God that was given to Prophet Muhammad. Yes, the Quran, the same Quran that Thomas Jefferson used as a reference when he authored the Declaration of Independence. And if you have not seen that Quran, it is on display at the Library of Congress, and I encourage you all to go see it there. And so Thomas Jefferson was a champion for civil liberties and people's freedoms. And let's not forget that it was Jefferson who was the main promoter of the Bill of Rights, as he saw a need for additional protections and liberties and freedoms for Americans beyond what the Constitution offered at that time. And so is it surprising to you that our First Amendment rights, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of the press, free choice and free will were all liberties that were awarded to humanity by God in the Quran 1,400 years ago? And is it also surprising to know that the Quran is an avid supporter of women's rights? Woo! Women's rights. And get this. The Quran gave women rights equal to that of man. Equal. Really equal. And women in the 7th century enjoyed liberties that many women don't have today. And so I can't help but wonder, is modernity taking us forward, or is it taking us backwards? And so right now I'd like to share 2 sources of inspiration that really helped me at this moment when I was feeling helpless and at an all-time low. The first source of inspiration came from a verse in the Quran where our Creator says, and I quote, "God will not change a condition of a people until they first change what is in themselves." Another if you want to see change in your external environment, change the condition of your internal environment. Change the condition of your heart and your mind. If you want to see more love in the world, have a loving heart. If you want more positivity around you, think positive thoughts. If you want more peace in the world, be the peace you want to see around you. It's just that simple. And if you want to see a better government, go out and vote. The second source of inspiration came to me from an iconic pop singer who sang Man in the Mirror. Michael Jackson's message in this song almost identically mirrors the verse from the Quran that I just quoted, as the chorus states, if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. The song goes deeper to say, I see the kids in the street without enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? Have we become blinded by our greed and our own selfish ways that we can no longer see the needs and the rights of others? We are losing our youth to drugs, to violence, to gangs, to suicide, and to poverty. We have more homeless and poor children in this country than any other industrialized nation. And I guarantee you this administration will do nothing about it. My heart goes out to my El Salvadorian brothers and sisters, for those who are no longer protected under the TPS. And I want to tell you that the Muslim community stands with you. So today, I stand before you with renewed intentions. And I'm going to change my ways. And like Michael said, it starts with the man in the mirror. But in my case, as a Lebanese American Muslim woman who is the daughter of a U.S. Marine, it starts with this woman in the mirror. And so as the executive director of Young Leaders Institute, I am dedicating my life's work to empowering our youth to reaching their greatest potential and to helping them become the world's greatest innovators and agents of change that we know they are. And let's not put our young people in a box. They are not the future leaders or the leaders of tomorrow. They are the leaders of today. And we need to let them know that they matter too. And so I'd like to urge all of you, and especially all the millennials out there, to stand shoulder to shoulder and hold hands, and let's march on to the polls. Power to the polls, and let's have a say in who represents us. And I know I spoke of two sources of inspiration, but I actually have a third, and I brought that third source with me today. And she is someone who has been an advocate for getting the vote out, especially in the midterm elections. Please welcome to the stage my daughter, Rayana Williams.
Hey guys! My name's Ariana, and right now I'm going to encourage all of you to vote for the 2018 midterm elections. Now I know what you're thinking. Why is this kid telling you what to do? Well, that's because in 2016, certain adults decided to elect a man that I do not like into the White House. I was so scared that I didn't even want to go to school. And now I'm here to ask you to please do something about it. I know I'm just a kid, but even I know that every single vote counts. Look at what happened in Virginia. We won the House by 1 vote, just 1 vote. So this November, please go out and vote so you can give a kid like me and all the kids in the crowd a chance for a good future. Thank you very much, and let's power the polls together.